Genuine question. Do you think this is what Jesus was like teaching? Do you think what you're doing out here is kind of on line with what Jesus was about?
Yeah, all about, yeah.
Are you,
I wouldn't be doing it
so?
if I didn't think so. I wouldn't be doing it.
I mean, do you consider us friends?
Well,
Are you here to like make friends with people, with the sinners? Because that's kind of what
I'm here to preach the gospel.
One viewer on his
Well, one at a time. I'm here to preach. I'm here to preach the gospel to people, and whether I make friends or not, that's not my primary purpose. I mean, I have no problem making friends with people, but here to glorify God by giving people the gospel, sinners the gospel.
I understand your gospel. I understand.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Do
Okay.
you think this is more like preaching or casting stones?
Preaching, not casting any stones. I have no stones with me to cast.
The abortion sign kind of defeats that, man. Like that's
really.
a gruesome stone to throw.
No, it's not throwing stones. It's people. I mean, it's showing people that yes, they have sinned against God. Most people on this campus support baby murder, right?
Well,
most people.
That's a really strong way to word it. And you know
I'm just being honest. I'm not going to call it, healthcare. It's not healthcare. It's homicide. It's murder.
It's not honesty. It's just your opinion, right? Because like that picture is not the truth. It's not honesty.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
No, that's actually a cold hard fact.
That's your opinion.
That's not what an abortion looks like.
Okay, if you want to think that.
Okay, so when you do stuff like that, it goes from preaching to casting
Can I use your
stones.
phone number to sign up for Tinder?
Not casting any stones any more than anyone's casting stones at us. I'm not throwing. I have no stones with me to throw.
I mean, other people can cast stones at you. I'm just trying to have like a discussion. I'm not going to cast stones at you.
Yeah.
But my point is, I don't think this is what Jesus would have wanted, man.
Can you show me biblically where we're wrong?
Oh, come on. Don't pull the...
No, you mentioned Jesus yourself.
Oh my God!
You mentioned Jesus yourself. So can you show me biblically where we're wrong? What we do? I mean, seriously.
I hate when people do that.
Well, you're saying that Jesus would not want us to do this, right?
Quote the book that none of us have ever read.
Then how do you know that Jesus would not be for this? How do you know? If you haven't read it. Seriously, if you haven't read the Bible, then how do you know what Jesus would...
You're casting stones.
No?
You're here to argue. You're here to fight with people.
No, not fighting anyone. Having, respectful dialogue.
Here's my final point, man. I don't think you could be further from Jesus.
Wait, is he wearing a ring?
I think the people around you
Oh, hell no,
closer to God and Jesus.
Have you read the Bible?
Definition. I've definitely
Back
gone
down
to
to one
church
view.
quite a few times.
No, have you read the Bible?
See, there you go.
No, how do you know what Jesus said if you haven't read the Bible? It's an honest question.
Your outfit is so cute.
It's an honest question.
So frustrated. I hate your rhetoric.
How do you know what Jesus said if you haven't read his words in the Bible?
I feel like it's pretty safe to say, right, that like everybody has a good idea of the Christian Jesus.
Actually, most people have no idea.
Common knowledge, but
No?
you do with your abortion sign. You have the right idea what Jesus would have wanted.
I read the Bible every day, so I know what he said. I know what he said.
I think your interpretation might be a little
What's that?
extreme. I think
How so?
your interpretation might be a little extreme.
Again, biblically, where are we wrong?
I think I am too. I think it's like arguing with
Well, you're saying what we're doing is biblically wrong, but you haven't read the Bible, so how do you know?
I think you're misinterpreting it again. I think
Well, how do you know if I'm...
was that you're as far from Jesus as you can get.
Well, how do you know I'm misinterpreting if you don't know what it says? I mean, seriously.
Again, I'll reiterate my point. I feel like everybody knows the stories of Jesus.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean that you know what the Bible says. I knew the stories growing up, but I didn't know what the Bible said.
Okay, so common knowledge.
True.
Yeah, common knowledge does not tell you what Jesus said.
It's all right, man.
Well, where do you stand before God? That's the question.
I can make an assumption where you stand before God, dude.
Okay, what do you think?
I don't think God likes liars.
You're right. And the Bible says that liars will have their part in the lake that burns with fire and brimstone. Revelation 21:8. What's a lie?
That picture is a total lie.
Well,
Look at those little tiny hands on that finger.
okay, that's your opinion.
Look at that shit.
Well, what on this sign's a lie?
I just told you.
No? You gave your opinion.
I wish I was like you because I know I'd get a lot of.
But again,
Are you a doctor?
a doctor? No.
Do you know anything about abortions, how they're practiced? Like what
Yeah, I've studied it, and it's murder, and everyone knows it's murder.
Have you been to medical school? Do you know what?
Don't need to go to medical school to know basic human biology and science.
Huh?
Don't need to go to medical school to know basic human biology and
Oh my
science.
God! I don't have to read the Bible to know about Jesus.
But I've asked you biblically where we're wrong, and you can't say anything because you haven't read the Bible.
Okay, what does an abortion look like? How does it function?
Right here. You're looking at a picture of it.
Process that would be.
You're looking at a picture of it. There are several different methods.
Then explain it. What am I-
like a worm finger.
Yeah,
I
they're.
just think you have a humiliation camp, dude. I think you're like coming out here, getting your rocks off.
No, actually, I don't. No, actually, I'm an introvert. I don't like being around a lot of people, but I do it
That's why
anyway.
you do this, because you're an introvert.
No. I said I do it in spite of being an introvert. I do it in spite of not liking crowds.
Were you raised in the church, or
Not at
did you,
all.
like break one of these cardinal sins?
Not
so
at all.
much that you needed to, like,
No, I got saved later in life.
Okay. I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
Do that.
No, go ahead, bro.
You guys, do you have a history of addiction or something
In the past, yeah,
in the past?
and God saved me.
Do you guys go to the same church? You and you?
No, but well, we are the church, and we're having church today. What Jesus said, "Where two or three are gathered, there I am."
They should teach you how to like
So we're having church
What do you think
today.
about slavery, dude?
What's that?
I got into an argument with one of you salt shakers before, and they said slavery was cool.
Okay, well, I don't know what all was said, but the question for all of you is, where do you stand before a holy God? What about you? You come up recently. Where do you stand before a holy God? Or just even thoughts and opinions, objections?